Hey, how are y'all?
Hey, Malachi.
What's up?
So it's a little bit different coming into this season maybe as it was last year. You really hadn't established yourself. You had been here and kind of been working behind guys, but you really, stood out last season. Now you're coming into this season as a starter. So how does it feel different entering a preseason camp knowing that you're going to be one of the main guys on defense?
Just like the leadership. Just taking on that leadership role now because, like, last year, Josh Seliscar and Tremon, they were in front of me, so I could sit back, just watch how they go. But now it's my time to step up. So I've taken that role, and I'm still working on.
Malachi, Gus said a little while ago that this was going to be the toughest camp since you first got here. Have you guys seen that? And he talked about having a chip on his shoulder as a coach. Have you guys seen that, and what does that mean for you guys in the next couple weeks?
It's just like the chip is really like just the little things. Like he's detailing on the little things because that's what really wins the games because we've had a lot of one-possession games last year where it's just the little things that we could have won those games. So we're just detailing on those little things. And that's really the chip on our chip on our shoulder is how we're just in the middle. Like the rankings, we're just 6th, 7th, and that's our chip. So we want to prove people wrong, prove ourselves.
You mentioned Josh and Tremon, of course, two awesome guys were here last year. Yes. What identity is different that the E room has today that is different from when they were around? What is different about you guys now up front attacking the quarterback?
It's kind of like they were both two leaders, right? So everybody looked up to them, and so it kind of changed when they left because, like, it was like, dang, where's the leadership going to go? But I'm starting to fill in that role, and so is Dalen Dotson. And so we're just working on being leaders, like getting to that point how we were last year with Josh and Tremon.
Now that you're one of the leaders, what would you say is kind of a signature skill or a signature mentality that you guys have in that room?
Just getting out pass rush, really, and stopping that, because we got to stop the run first to rush the passer. So we're trying to emphasize stopping the run. Just like I said, the little things, the details, the hand to sternum, stuff like that.
Schematically, what's different about this Ted Roof defense?
Blitzing. We're blitzing a lot, and then we're getting an option of if we can be in a three-point stance or stand up. So that's in the works. But it's really the blitzes. We're just blitzing a lot, really.
Obviously, you guys added Nigel Lee Kelly this offseason.
Yes, sir.
What has he brought to this fall camp?
Speed. Even though it's the first day, I feel like he's bringing speed and the pass rush bag to this team. So I really like him on the edge, too. And I feel like he's just bringing speed, pass rush, a great defensive end. Yes, sir.
You mentioned Dalen Dotson, Caven Calls, another guy kind of on that edge as well, and it's Isaiah Nixon. Those guys' skill sets, how do they kind of match yours, and what do you like about their respective games?
I like Caven's because, like, he's power. So, like, he uses power when he pass rushes. So, like, he'll use a long arm or a bull. And then Isaiah, he's kind of, like, similar to me with the length and stuff. So he'll use a long arm. He'll put in a spin. So I just like how they're trying out new moves so that they can work them in practice. And then Dot, yeah, he's using he got experience last year. So coming from UT Martin, he has a pass rush bag already. So he's just using his pass rush moves that he learned from UT Martin along with some of the stuff that we've been working on here.
Yes, right. You mentioned how UCF was kind of middle of the pack in terms of preseason Big 12 projections. Is that something that the guys really took notice? I mean, I guess you got to go prove them wrong, but how did you guys take that?
I mean, you can't really just sit there and think about it. Like, you just got to be you got to still have it in the back of your head when you're working because, like, it's going to make you work harder just thinking about that. Just like, oh, they got a 6th, 7th. Like, dang, that's nothing. So we just got to keep working harder. It's really making us work hard.
I know it's a different conference this year than it was last year, but how much did everyone who's coming back learn from last season and that first year in the Big 12, and how is that kind of showing itself as practice gets going?
Finishing games, really. Like, we got to finish those close games, like I said, like the little things that we're based on, we're just picking on those. The close games were just one-possession games, and it's just the little things that we have to do to win those games. Yes, sir.
Malachi, your interior defensive linemen have been good for a while.
Right.
It got a bit of a history of having good defensive tackles. From your perspective, kind of talk how valuable they are and how much easier they make your life during a game.
Man, they're very valuable. It's just like once they get that knockback and the quarterback has nowhere to go, then we just come on the edge and collapse the pocket. It's just beautiful. So, like, we just work together, and when we work together, good things happen. Yes, sir.
When we spoke in spring, you said you took pride learning behind, taking a backseat role last season and just learning the little things. I mean, how much of that is showing now, and how much pride have you taken in using those abilities that you learned from Josh and Traymon?
Right. Kind of just showing it on the field, really. Like, I can only say so much. So, like, when we're working, I'll try to detail the moves that I'm working, like the chops, the spins. I'll detail those and help the people behind me or in front of me out.
And now do you see yourself giving those bits of advice to the younger room behind you?
Yes, sir. Definitely.
Like, I know it's not full pads or anything yet, but what stood out from today's practice? Was there any individual player or play or highlight that stood out to you?
I mean, first day, so, I mean, I was really just working on I couldn't really tell you. Okay. Yeah, my bad.
You mentioned being a leader and stuff, Malachi. What's your favorite piece of advice you've had the opportunity to give in your role this year?
Just pay attention and be coachable, really. Like, if you're coachable, you'll learn. And if you learn and can apply those things to the game, you'll definitely be out there on the field. Yes, sir.
Appreciate it.